Hey everyone, in today's tutorial we're going to be talking about how to add a few more pages to our theme, like an archive page, a 404 page, and other pages like that. Now, before we do that, there's one other thing I'd like to say about comments. Some of you may have noticed, and I think I actually mentioned it in the last videos, if I say I want to reply to this comment, the page has to reload and it just gives me a message down here that says leave a reply to admin. While that works, and if you hit submit, it will actually reply to it, it's not that user-friendly, and WordPress actually comes with a built-in functionality to make Ajax comment replying, which is much easier to use than what WordPress gives you right now. And it's actually pretty easy to do. Go into your header.php file, and really just before the end head part, we actually want to add two things. First, we're going to add this. This is in PHP code, saying if the page is singular. Is a function that returns either true or false. If the page is a single page, like a post, then we want to add the script to the page, comment reply, and that's just something that WordPress has in its core. WP-enqueue script. That's a function that basically puts a script on a list of scripts that WordPress has to print out before processing the page. However, WordPress won't do anything right now because we have to add something to our template, and that's called WP head. This function basically sends out all the scripts and any other code that any plugins may have added that it wants printed out, like right before the end of the head. This is important to have in your theme because if you don't have it, then you may have some compatibility issues. And while we're adding that, we want to do the same thing to footer, except this time we're not going to add that. We're going to end PHP WP footer, and that will add any script at the bottom of the page, because some plugins want it there, but you have to have both of these in your theme in order for many plugins to work. So actually, let's reload this page without any of the reply to comment stuff in the URL. Now if we click on reply, the box pops up right under there, and you can even click here to cancel reply. And so let's say this is a reply live, so if we submit that comment, there you go. It's a reply to this comment. Now you have to be careful about the ID names of your form values down here, just because WordPress may not see them when it's adding the script, but as long as you followed what I've done in this tutorial, you should be fine. Now on to what I actually wanted to talk about in this video, and that's a few extra pages. First one I want to talk about is the actual page. Basically this comes up whenever you have a page as opposed to a post. Right now the page just uses the main template, which I don't want because that doesn't have any comments options. So if we view one of our pages right now, this is what comes up. It has a link to the page and no comments, because that's what comes up on the home page, remember? So let's change that. What you can do if you're making a page template is you copy your single.php, and we're just going to rename it to page.php. And there's a few things in the file that we need to change, but overall there aren't that many differences in between the single page file and the page file. Now, let me just get my notes. Okay, so we want to get rid of posted at and posted by, because pages just don't have that information. The point is to have content, not to show when they were posted by. Pages also do not have tags or categories, so you don't need that either. Pages aren't organized by previous and next, so you can get rid of that line. And that's really all you need to change. Although, notice that you don't have to include this PHP comments template if you want your page to not be commentable. Some themes do that, some themes don't. I know by default the original Kubrick does not. So now if we reload our page, now it looks a lot more like the single post page than the home page because there's no link there and there's no link to the comments, but it also has a few of its own features, like the fact that it doesn't have the tags, but it does have the reply form. The next file I want to talk about is the 404 page. Now, you really can just copy that over directly from Kubrick, and I'd like to show you on the home page what it looks like, but I really don't know when that's ever used, so we're just not going to deal with that right now. Next thing I want to talk about is your archive.php. I'm going to copy that into the theme and then explain it. Now this starts off like any other page with get header and get sidebar. But down here is where we deal with mainly the heading of the page. Let's go into my dashboard. I think I can get it through there. Basically, this archive.php shows whenever you have a list of a category or okay, sorry about that. I need to figure out how to get to the category pages because we don't have widgets yet that let us have easy access. You can just do it by clicking on the categories list on the post. So here's an example category page. This is the only thing I had under plugin news, so let me just pick another one. Let's say category 2, because this is just a demo site and I have things like that. This will list all of the posts in category 2. But in order to get that archive for the category 2 category, we need to do some fancy, well, not fancy, but it's pretty easy. Just note, this down here is exactly the same as what I have on the home page. You can just copy that right over. Same with the navigation, the not found. Mainly the only thing that we have differently is between the if posts and the while we have posts, we have this content. Now this basically takes a look at what is the user searching for and changes the heading based on that. We have the okay, here we go. If is category, that's saying if the page is in a category. If we're displaying the post in a category, we display as the page title archive for the, and then that's a quote, and then single cat title, that's basically the category that we're searching for. Now we have else, if it's a tag that we're searching for, we have single tag title, and it displays post tag that. Now the next three functions have to deal with years, where we have if it is a day that we're searching for, because you can search for posts on one day. We have archive for the time. I believe I talked about that in another video. I recommend looking on the PHP documentation for values there. And the same thing for is the month and is the year. That will display the month, comma, year, month, day, year, and that will just display the year. And also you can sort posts by author. So if it is an author we're searching for, then we have an author archive option. Or you can just look at the regular archives, which is basically if we haven't gotten anything else out of these values. And also, if we can't find anything in there, it'll show the not found down there. One other thing I'd like to show you is the search, which is, again, there's not much you have to do for this, so that's why I'm just copying it over to explain. Basically, it's, as the page title, you just want to say search results for and PHP the search query. That's all you have to do, and the rest is, again, copied from the home page, although I did change this to no results found, try another search. Get search form will show the search form again. Really, you'll only see the search form when you're on the sidebar. However, I think some themes can implement it as a main option. I don't have it in this theme. So that's all I wanted to talk about in this video. As for a few other pages, in the next video we'll talk about how to add a sidebar to your theme. So I'll see you next time.